Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I thought it would be really fun to create a makeup look, something that I would wear today if I was getting married right now. And what sparked this whole video idea was I was putting some stuff away in my storage room the other day, and I came across a book that had a bunch of my wedding pictures in it. And I was browsing through, and let me tell you, the makeup was just not good. And to be honest, it was actually pretty non-existent. And so I thought, you know, if I was getting married today, obviously I would do makeup very, very differently than what I did then. And I'm pretty sure I did my own makeup on my wedding day. And it's very, very obvious that it was done by me, who knew nothing about makeup at that time. And I will insert a picture so that you guys can see. But I'm pretty sure I was only wearing mascara, eyeliner, maybe a little bit of eyeshadow. It was hard to tell from the photos. I don't think I had anything in my brows. I don't think I wore anything on my lips. Like, it was just special. So I wanted to create something today that I would feel pretty in, that I would love to wear on my wedding day. And yeah, I thought it'd be really fun. So anyway, I hope you guys stick around. I hope you consider subscribing to my channel if you've not already. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed and that watches my videos. I really appreciate it. And let's just go ahead and jump right in. Okay, and before I begin, I just want to also say that I am filming this way earlier than I normally do. I'm actually filming this in the morning, which never happens for me. Usually it's like late afternoon when I'm filming, but the sun is coming in this window and it's very, very bright. And that paired with the lights that I'm using to film this, I'm really worried that my eyes are going to be watering like crazy. So I hope that doesn't happen, but just be aware that could be an issue for me in this video. I hope not, but I'm not too optimistic about it. So like I've been doing lately, I'm gonna start with my eyes, and I'm gonna prime my eyes with concealer. I'm gonna use this Tarte Creaseless concealer, and this is gonna be the concealer I use for my under eyes as well. I was looking through my makeup collection to see which products I'd be using for this video and what products I would actually use if it was my wedding day, and tried to just pick my favorites and the ones that I could see myself using. And I've really been loving this concealer lately, so this is the one that I picked. I also, again, want to mention the brushes that I'm using. This one is from the brand Zorea, and I mentioned this in my last video. I got a pack of brushes on Amazon, and this one was included in that, and this is the Flawless Concealer Brush, and I use this every time I prime my eyes. This is the brush I use to blend out my eye primer. All right, eyes are primed, and I also added my tape. If you are new to my videos, I use tape a lot to help with my eyeshadow application. But the eyeshadow that I picked that I want to use in today's look is a very neutral palette, one that you could wear every day, one that you could glam up, one that's got very neutral shades, and it's really, really pretty and easy to work with. And I picked the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam Palette. In my opinion, this one is perfect for wedding day makeup. Like I said, you've got your neutrals. You do have a couple pops of color in there as well if you wanted to add a little pink, some kind of peachy tones, but it's a very warm palette that, again, is very pretty for so many different kind of makeup looks. And for the look today, I'm going to do something that is inside my comfort zone, something that I would wear normally. I'm not going to do anything crazy or different than I normally would. So I'm going to start by taking my Profusion brush. This is the small firm eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to start by dipping into this shade here, which is Cypress Umber, and it's just a dark brown. And I just took a tiny little bit on this brush, and what I'm going to start to do is just build it up here right on the outer part of the eye, right along this tape. I'm concentrating most of it down by the lash line, and then I'm just slowly going to bring it up along the tape and also bring it in towards the eyelid. And I can already tell the eyes are starting to water, so that's just great. Okay, so I built that up how I want it. I'm gonna go do this side really quickly. Okay, I know we're looking really crazy, but just trust the process. I'm gonna take that same brown shade. I'm gonna add a little bit now to the inner part of the eye. Tiny little bit I'm gonna start with, and concentrating that right here in the inner corner. And I'm just gonna start to blend that out. Essentially what I'm going for is a halo eye, and I'm just trying to create the shape that I want and start out with those dark shades just to start, again, building the shape. I do want to tell you guys though a little bit about my wedding day. So my husband and I got married in 2007, so 15 years ago, which feels like so long ago, which it was. I mean, we were both really young. I was 20 and turned 21 on our honeymoon, and my husband was 21. So yeah, we were both really, really young. And we got married in May, which in my opinion is like the perfect wedding month. It's not too hot and it wasn't cold at all. I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade here, which is burnt orange. I'm gonna run that just along the top of this other shadow that I laid down, just to kind of blend that out a little bit better, give it a little bit more dimension. But yeah, our wedding day was like super, super chill. We got married like mid-morning and then didn't have like a wedding reception until that night. So we had like the whole middle of the day to just kind of chill, which was really nice. But yeah, when it came to makeup, I don't know what I was thinking. Like I should have just hired someone to do my makeup, but I don't know if I was just too cheap or if I just didn't care. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna take some of the black shade now and I'm gonna use that just right here on the very outer part of the eye, just along the tape. But do I have any regrets about like the makeup situation? No, I don't. Like, I don't really care, honestly. I was never one that like was really needing to have this big fancy wedding. Like, I feel like I was pretty chill. And yeah, I just didn't really care, to be honest. Like, the wedding day was special and everything, but like, I'm not one that likes to be the center of attention. So, you know, I didn't necessarily like having all the attention on me. I shouldn't say it was all on me, it was on my husband as well. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my first brush and just run that over where I put the black, just not right on the black, but where the black and brown meet. I'm gonna run this over that just to blend those two together. Now I want to take a shimmer to pop in the middle for the halo eye. I'm gonna use this one here, which is Glistening. It's kind of the most like neutral in the palette for the shimmers. So I'm just taking some on this flat brush, which is again from the Zorea brand that I just got on Amazon. I also forgot to mention this one I was using for the black shade, Zorea. And this one for that orangey shade is from Wet n Wild. So again, I'm just gonna take some of this and I'm gonna pop that right here. And I'm just gonna follow up from those other shadows, and I'm gonna bring it above the crease and kind of more towards the brow bone. You know, this is still gonna be a pretty like dramatic yet like neutral makeup look in the sense of the shades at least. I don't know that I would ever go for like a colorful eye look on my wedding day. I'm not gonna say I never would, but I think, you know, obviously you're always safe sticking with the neutral shades. You can never go wrong that way. All right, now that I've got that shimmer laid down, I'm gonna work my way backwards again. So I'm gonna start with the top. I'm gonna run this over everything. I'm gonna go back to the brown shade and just make sure everything is like blended together nicely. All right, I'm gonna take a break from the eyes for a second. I'm gonna peel off these tapes. And of course they're never even, but that's okay. This eye is watering and it's usually this eye, so it's kind of weird. We're gonna pause on the eyes for now. I know we're still looking a little crazy, but I feel like once we get everything done, it will all come together. For my foundation, I had to pick my favorite foundation, of course, which right now is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I love this one so much. It lasts such a long time. It gives a really pretty finish and I just think it would be perfect for a wedding day. But before I apply that, I'm gonna apply a primer, and I like to do a glowy primer under this one since it's more of a matte foundation. So I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I just have the little mini version and it's like almost gone, but this gives such a pretty glow under your foundation. You could also just wear it on its own if you wanted to. I'm gonna blend that out with this e.l.f. powder blurring brush. Wow. Now, obviously for your wedding day, you wanna pick makeup that you know is going to last. And I know this foundation will last. It is really, really good. It's a pricey one, but in my opinion, it's totally worth the money, and I for sure will repurchase it once I run out. All right, the coverage on that foundation is so good. I love it so much. I'm gonna go back into my Tarte Concealer. I've really been liking this one. I almost poked myself in the eye, wow. It's really, really thick, which I thought that I would hate when I first tried it, but I actually really, really like it. And I feel like it's a great wedding day concealer because like it's not going anywhere. And it's one of the best for my wrinkly under eyes, which again, I wouldn't have thought because it's so thick. Like typically I like more thin formulas for my under eyes, but this one, really good. And it is making my under eyes really glowy. I'm gonna set it with my number 7 powder, which I for sure would use on my wedding day. But now you can see the difference, how shiny this one is and how not shiny that one is. For cream bronzer, I'm gonna use my Milk Makeup bronzer stick. It's almost gone. I can't put it up anymore. I'm so sad. I will go and repurchase this, but I love this one. And of course you gotta look bronzy on your wedding day. I am curious though, if you're married, or if you're getting married, or I guess even if you're not married yet, but want to someday, what month are you getting married in? Obviously it's summertime right now, and I don't think I would ever pick to get married in the summertime unless it was just like not possible to get married any other time. At least where I live, it's just too hot. Like I just wouldn't get married at this time of year, but that's why I feel like May was like the perfect time because it's right in spring. Like the weather's cooler, the flowers are all blooming. It's just such a pretty time of year. Okay, for my cream blush or liquid blush, I picked this one from Pacifica, and I picked this one just purely because of the shade. This is the Cheeky Cherry Cheek Stain, and this one's in the shade Cherry Baby. And I feel like this shade would go really nicely with the eye look. Of course that would happen. Oh, I'm speechless. Well, at least this stuff blends out nicely, right? See, it's all good. But now I feel like I got too much on this side. Okay, we recovered the look. It's all good. All right, let me go back in and finish the eyes. I'm gonna take a little bit of the black and just concentrate it right here on the lower lash line. My eye was still watering, so it's like really patchy right there. And it looks crazy at the moment, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this little flat brush. This one is from Morphe. This is the M213 brush, just this little tiny guy here. I'm gonna take this, and I'm not adding any product, but I'm just taking what I already laid down and just swiping that over. I'm gonna jump back into my, back into my Profusion brush. I just added a tiny little bit of that dark brown, and I'm gonna run that just over the top of the black. Okay, this is turning out to be pretty dramatic, but I feel like it's still me. I'm gonna take an eyeliner in the waterline, and I'm gonna use a brown eyeliner because we already have so much darkness going on. So I want something that's not quite as harsh. So I'm gonna take this one from Maybelline. This is the Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil Liner. Okay, I decided I'm gonna go back to the eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna pick up some of the shimmer again that we used, and I'm gonna run it right here just to kind of brighten a little bit so it's not quite so dark all under the eye. I'm gonna run a little bit of mascara on the lashes, just using my Milani highly rated anti-gravity mascara. I'm just gonna do one coat on the top and bottom just because I am gonna do false lashes. So I'll put this on, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back with the mascara done. I also threw on the brows because I didn't want to bore you guys with that, but I did use the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim and the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. But now to finish off the face, I'm gonna use the Aesthetica bronzer. I love this one. It's just a really nice shade, really nice formula. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of this. Then for blush, I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush. This one's in the shade Mellow Wine, and it goes really nicely with the Pacifica blush that I used. It's a really nice formula. And these blushes are so affordable, obviously, because they're Wet n Wild. For highlighter, I didn't want too intense of a highlighter, so I picked this one from Essence. This is the Pure Nude highlighter. And I love this one because it's not glittery at all. It just gives a really pretty, like, lit from within kind of glow. And it's also a very affordable highlighter. Just ignore this eye. The watering has made it not salvageable. I'm gonna use a little bit of it for the inner corners just to brighten those up a little bit. You guys, I'm so sorry. I forgot to mention brushes. Let me go back here. Concealer brush was Farrah. This is the Conceal and Set brush. I used this one from Tarte for my bronzer. I'm not sure what the name of the brush is, but I love this one. And then this for my blush is from Firma, and this is the 103 brush. And then the e.l.f. crease brush for my inner corner highlighter. Oh, and for highlighter, this is from Moda Pro, and this is the Glow brush. I use this all the time for my highlighter. Okay, before I do lashes and lips, I'm gonna set all this, and I needed a setting spray that I knew was gonna last. So of course I went with the Urban Decay All Nighter. I absolutely hate the smell of it, but it does make my makeup last all day, so. Let me throw on the lashes. I'm still not gonna show you this process because I'm still learning. I'm still very much an amateur, but I'm gonna use the Kiss lashes in the style Ruffle. I really, really love these. So let me go put those on and I'll be right back to do the lips. All right, this is why I didn't want to show you guys the lash application because it was kind of a joke, but I finally got them on. Just don't look too closely. Let's finish off the lips really quickly. I'm going to use my lip liner from LA Girl. This is in the shade Blushing, and this one's a really pretty kind of just pinky mauve-y shade. So let me line these real quick. And then of course you're gonna need a lipstick that's gonna last on your wedding day. So I'm gonna pick the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink lipsticks. I just grabbed the 3 that I thought would maybe look the best with this look. And what I'm gonna do, I think, is I'm gonna take this shade here, which is Loyalist, and I might just do this all over the lips. It's just a really pretty kind of nude. It's got a little bit of pink in it as well. All right, you guys, here is the final look of how I would do my makeup if I was getting married today. It's a little bit more dramatic than what I envisioned, but I did use some pretty dark shades. You can obviously lighten this up with lighter browns and it would look really pretty, but also envision it not with what I'm wearing or my hair. But anyway, I wanted to share this with you guys because I thought it would be fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you, if you're getting married, if you want to get married in the future, I hope this gives you some inspiration. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a fabulous week. And again, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.